Oh man, looks like the ban hammer's coming down. Pya! Yeah, looks like Last Cloudia's cracking down over here. Accounts that violate Last Cloudia's terms of use are suspended or otherwise handled accordingly. It has recently become clear that a number of accounts had acquired units through illegitimate means. I wish they would have elaborated. And in order to address this issue, 66 accounts were suspended on February 17th, 2022. That's interesting. And then please bear in mind that we are unable to answer individual inquiries about these suspensions. So what they're telling you is, we're going to suspend you and you're not even going to be able to try to get a hold of us or anything. So this suspension sounds to me like a straight up just ban. Like, you're done. You can go ahead and try to get a hold of us all you want. I can't hear you, la 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 type deal. Yeah, so apparently 66 people have acquired characters through illegitimate means. And then we have, let's see, about cheating in the time trial. Cheating account, and then cheating. So we have multiple cheating entries in the mailbox. So this is going around. Changes in friend list. Let's see, and in the time trial, apparently some people are using... some players have been confirmed to be using software tools to unfairly shorten their completion time. Huh, sounds interesting. I wouldn't do it, but yeah, it is what it is. I guess some people always just want to find a way. That's all there is to it, you know? Hey, sometimes we need those people. It's just that right now, we don't. Last Cloudia don't, right? So, yeah, I mean, it seems fairly simple. You don't have to worry about any of this if you're not using tools, if you're not, doing anything like that. I wouldn't worry about it too much, but it is interesting that it's in here. I remember back in the day, Brave Exodus dropped the ban hammer. I just remember how that one played out with social media and all, because I had just gotten into it with some account seller. This guy was pretty much... he wasn't an account seller. I'm sorry. He was a third-party Lapis individual. So you would pay him, give him your account. He would log in from, I don't know, somewhere in another country where it costs much less, and he would buy you a bunch of Lapis because it would cost them less money. And I guess they were doing it by buying these cards that the game was selling that they could buy at 7-Eleven over there, wherever over there is. It eludes me right now. Regardless, these people would buy these cards up and then they would pretty much sell the discount. But my whole thing with it was, how can you guarantee anything? And that's what I was telling the guy. I was like, so, if all this falls through tomorrow and, like, there's a ban hammer, what are you going to do? Are you going to give people back all their money? And he was trying to talk shit because it had never happened before, right? This guy figured whatever. So he talked mad shit, and he was like, yeah, no one's ever lost their account because of me or anything. And I'm like, I get that, but... Anyway, it was like 2 or 3 days later that literally this ban hammer came down, and anybody that had ever purchased Lapis through this guy and through anything, because they can see, obviously, like, well, let's see, you were logged in the United States, and then right here, the same day, you logged in Indonesia, and then 30 minutes later, you log back into the United States. So either you're the Flash, or obviously this is what you did. Ban. And as soon as all that happened, that guy deleted his social media real quick. He was nowhere to be found. I checked. I was going to ask him how he was doing. I was going to ask him if he's had to refund a bunch of people. So yeah, these people will disappear, obviously. So anybody, the reason I'm saying that is if anybody out there comes across anything where somebody's going to buy you currency or lapis for cheaper, you cannot take any guarantee that any of these people have that your account will be safe. Okay, and they will all tell you, no, this is guaranteed. I've already had 500 transactions, and I got so and so this account, and they got everything, and they've had it for over a year now, or they're just trying to get your money. At the end of the day, they absolutely cannot guarantee the safety of anything that they're trying to peddle, and that's just the truth of it. And that's why this guy just deleted his social media profile, because that's ultimately what it comes down to, is you are buying something from a social media profile, and that profile can just be deleted and taken down, and that's what happened. And it happened to a lot of people. So I don't know if this is like a new little trend going around in LC, but just because you can do something doesn't mean you always should. So just be wary of all of that before you make any purchases or do anything like that, okay? I personally just like to keep my account safe and clean. That way they're always there. In fact, my Brave XVS account should still be there in cyberspace. They should have no reason to ban that. But yeah, it is what it is, and I figured we'd talk about it since there's multiple entries about cheating in the news. Interesting, very interesting. If anything has anything to add, if I've missed anything, leave me a comment. Unless you're trying to sell lapis. Oh man. So I don't really get on social media much. I don't know if that's still going around, if there's just a shit ton of lapis spammers. Obviously people just trying to sell and resell lapis because they know that they're getting it cheaper in their country. But there used to be a lot of them. It's one of these things. It's funny because I play Warhammer 40K, and I kind of, I support recast, which would essentially be the same exact thing here. But because you're actually jeopardizing your game, your file, your account, whatever, I just want to clarify, that's the reason I take the stance that I'm taking here, okay? Truth is, I side with recast, if you guys catch my drift, every time for a product that is so overinflated, where a forger can do a better job than the actual name brand. If you guys kind of catch my drift. Now I am talking about Warhammer 40K in here, and I am talking about just recasting, which is AKA counterfeiting. That is what I'm talking about. But in this case, you are jeopardizing your save file. In Warhammer, you're not jeopardizing anything except nothing. That's the thing. It's a completely different game. It's a completely different system. Because you're talking about a game where you're playing a tabletop game. So you're putting a model down on the table, you're representing it with whatever, and if you're playing with your friends, it doesn't matter anyway. But this is a video game. You are locked into a digital system here, right? And they can see things on your accounts, they can see how you make transactions, and then all I'm saying is your account's never safe in the future. And I had a buddy that was dabbling and buying currency because that's how we originally got on this topic. He was buying lapis for Brave XVS, and he had his account for a couple months before the ban hammer, and he said he was just kind of paranoid the whole time anyway, and then it got banned anyway. So I don't know, didn't sound all that enjoyable to me, but hey, it is what it is, right? You guys kind of know where I stand on that. Yeah, so just be careful out there. Unless you really just don't care about your account, then do whatever you want to do. But, just just know what's at stake, and they are talking about it. They're looking at it. It's actually happening right now. We got multiple entries in here, so I just figured we'd talk about that real quick. Pretty interesting. Even the cat's interested. Look at that. But yeah, if I missed anything, let me know. Leave me a comment. Later, everybody.